way. Super well, get your weight up, put your plate up. You a foreign, we at war, and I got all hallelujah. Talladega, baby Jesus, in the flesh, come and get it, and I'm with it. All my friends coming with all their friends, and we get active, yeah, don't we get active, yeah. All of my tattoos black, my eyes bloodshot red. I'm ready right now, don't run your mouth.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Tonight, a good one to kick off the year on Sunday Night Primetime. It's our visiting team and our home team. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His team fired up and ready for this one. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. It is for real. Season begins here. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. And taking the snaps, quarterback now in his third year in the league.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week one of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you.
Now, faking the give. Whoa. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Brings up second and 1 at their 49-yard line.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains. Now this time they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Thornton. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
It's now second and 10.
They'll run on second down. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. They'll look to throw. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
Brings up third down and 4.
They'll throw here on third and short yardage. He's got it at the 3. And he's in.
It is certainly an ideal way to start a season, Mike. You get the ball first, you come out, you look sharp, you're in and out of the huddle, you're super efficient. Not only do you take the ball all the way down the field, but you come away with 6. And I know they sure hope that this is a sign of things to come, not only for this offense today, but as the rest of this season unfolds.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, all right, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. It's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
Quick throw here is complete. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's a first carry for their running back, and he surges forward for a gain of about 5. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 4. Back to the ground, he'll get it again, and he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. That's enough for a first down. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got it inside the 5. And he's in!
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Open man is Horton. He's got it. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw.
It's pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally and tackle in space and keep that to a pretty modest gain.
And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down. The fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down coming up. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9. Now a give up the middle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. So one quarter in the books on our first Sunday night telecast of the year. All even on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. They'll look to throw here on first down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down.
That's good for a first down. First and 10.
He'll look to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
Taken down back at the 23-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. He's got it at the 7. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Good blocking, and he's in. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
The extra point is up and through. And his guys will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. Greg, when you step back and look at this AFC North, Baltimore and Pittsburgh, their rivalry now really for a couple of decades has in so many ways defined this division, and they set the tone for everything that happens when you are in an AFC North game.
And you talk about divisions having identities, they have their culture. Really at the top, Baltimore and Pittsburgh kind of want to play a similar style game, strong on defense, great run game. Obviously, Baltimore adds the extra element with Lamar Jackson. To me, the fascinating team, though, is what kind of jump can we expect, Mike, from the Cincinnati Bengals?
I agree with you, because if you think about the toughness and the physicality, Cincinnati can put up points in an electrifying fashion. And even the one year Cleveland was up near the top of the division, they did that as well. But you come back to that defensive side of the ball, and when I look at these teams, Greg, I just think, man, these are defenses that can stop anybody in the league, and that's where you've got to invest in this division.
Yeah, and I think that's what's so fascinating about Cincinnati is they're kind of the outlier. They're the pass heavy, they're the spread attack, they've got unbelievable weapons on the outside. Obviously, Joe Burrow, a quarterback but it was the defense, and you said it, their inability to be as good on the defensive side of the ball as Baltimore, as Pittsburgh, traditionally, but especially last year, is really what allowed them to be the odd man looking in when they missed the playoffs. So I think if Cincinnati can just improve a little bit on defense, they have the offense to now enter and make it a three-man race in the AFC North.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Finding room at midfield. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down.
A gain of 15 results in a first down.
Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 at the 43-yard line.
No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. To the left side, and Adams has it. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That's another first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 12-yard line.
Up the middle they go. And he's into the end zone.
That's a heck of a run right there, and I can't tell you, Mike, how many running backs coaches I've heard over the years say, your responsibility with the ball is to make the first guy miss. We can't block everybody on the field. That's the role of a good running back, and you see it here. All it takes is one missed tackle to get this guy in space, and he's able to do the rest with his legs and take it all the way.
The extra point is good, and the visitors will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. The return starts from the 5. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The home team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. Greg, this AFC East, a division that really has been dominated by the Bills. The 5 straight division titles. It's hard to see who can knock them off that perch right now.
Yeah, and I think until someone decides that that's going to change, I think you just have to assume that Buffalo remains the king of the East. And I think when you look at the bottom of the division with the Jets and New England, they're clearly in a rebuild. Young quarterbacks, new coaching staffs, trying to kind of get themselves out of the bottom of the division. Miami seems to me, I don't know if they're ready to compete necessarily with Buffalo directly, but Miami is a playoff caliber roster, a playoff caliber team. They've showed it in years past. So if anybody's ready to compete, I think it's Miami. I just don't know, Mike, if they are ready top to bottom over the length of the season to get enough wins to keep pace with a team as good as Buffalo.
And 2 new coaches at the bottom of the standings last year, the Jets and the Patriots. And, Greg, both guys who played for a long time in the league and bring a certain amount of toughness to the top of the organizations.
Oh, absolutely, and it was very clear exactly what New York and New England were looking for. They wanted culture setters, right? It wasn't about getting the fancy play caller. It wasn't about the X's and O's. They needed to establish an identity and a culture of excellence and of winning. So no question, Mike, there was a very clear mission, a clear path to landing on Vrabel and Aaron Glenn, and they think they have their guy for the long term.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That is hot. What a throw.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. You know, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, and you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow was the best player in the league. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator and Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati average? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Why don't you flip it over? Who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves, just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were the high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year with McCaffrey and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are 2 perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed out last year. I wouldn't be shocked to see them back in it again this year. You have to give them credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That one going to be intercepted in the end zone if he stayed in bounds. Now, the officials say no, it is incomplete. Crisis averted for the offense, at least for the moment. A near turnover there. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going for it on 4th down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. It wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime. Each team... won't be able to take it all the way in, but that is a great return, and they are set up 1st and goal.
it's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house.
A dive for the end zone, but he loses the football. The defense has got it. Any turnover down here hurts, Greg. These feel even worse because you have the reception. Looks like you're going to gain yardage. And then the fumble and the turnover, the defense takes the ball.
And they got exactly what they wanted out of the pass play, Mike. They're able to make the completion, but now as the ball carrier, you cannot be thinking, oh, I have to score, get it in the end zone. You still have to protect the ball. He doesn't. The ball gets knocked free, and the defense creates a huge turnover.
Quick throw, taken in. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 29.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And I don't think he got there. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at third down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Getting the tight end involved in the run game here. And he'll get this to the 35. That's good enough for the first down. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The ball's out. The defense has it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. That's into the hands of Thornton. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
First and goal at the 10-yard line.
Back to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play. That's exactly what they did.
3rd and goal.
2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
From the 6, here comes a return. We'll get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now, faking the give. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Quick throw on the slant, taken in by Smith. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. He's got his big tight end. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback, and the ball's coming out to the 35. The home team's offense ready to get back to work. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing by the Rams.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, and now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith and Jigba. He has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college when he was a high draft pick of the New York Jets.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. Back to throw here to begin the drive. This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
You have a tight end motioning left here. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And he'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
The RPO, that one is complete. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. They're going to motion the tight end over here. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 27-yard line.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again. So now, a big spot coming here. This to tie things up here in the 4th. And this one is off the mark. It is no good. And the deficit will stay right where it is.
And that could very well wind up being a critical miss. I mean, you got to be able to rely on your kickers at this stage of the game. But he can't come through. And this one stays a 3-point game.
And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
He'll look to throw. That is taken in left side by Thornton. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He'll step, and he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
At the 39-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
That's good.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And no chance to turn and go. That one's good for just a couple.
To number 17. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 48.
They'll look to throw again. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
To number 26. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
He'll drop to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
It's 4th down.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's taken in, and they're going to get the 1st down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2.
Back to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Defense.
The penalty gets them back where they started, and it is 3rd down and 10. They send the tight end in motion. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. And the visitors are going to take possession. Travel start on the ground. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
They'll stick with him again. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
And he will work his way to the 32. That's enough for a 1st down. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense. So it's a win for our visitors. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign.